Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Karen. I am having my morning was okay. And lately I don't have like really bad days besides like pain and physical stuff. Today I'm just having a very kind of weepy day. One of the last videos I did was modifying that pacifier for the video request. And then when I was on YouTube earlier, because whatever you do, there might be videos that come up based on what you're doing, and there was a video of Laura from Little Loves modifying pacifiers, and I just started crying again and just really started. I've been missing her very much, and the reborn community is not the same, and I'm not the same, and started crying because of that. And then I kind of got myself together, and I was on my bed just relaxing, watching some videos on my Android phone, and I first was trying to get sound effects for my videos, and then quickly it went into babies making sounds and laughing and crying and laughing when they say, after they sneeze. Babies sneezing videos, babies and dads videos, the I love you compilations kind of things, and all of a sudden I just took my glasses off and started to cry. I felt I was kind of curled up in a little ball and started crying, and you can sit and see that I'm totally not looking at the camera right now. Just having a hard afternoon, hard evening. I'm just very weepy today, very overly sensitively emotional. There's a lot of things that I don't understand. Like, God blesses people with babies to throw them away. I love the Lord with all my heart, but some things I just don't understand. That buzzing is that pad right there, the brown one, is my back massager. Some things I just don't understand. How women that want babies so badly can't have them. And people that do just, do what they want with them. And so, yeah. I'm never going to know what it's like to feel a baby inside of me. Moving, kicking, pulling on my ribs. Turning over, and I'm never going to know that. And I've known this for about a good 5 to 6 years. My body, the way it is, my scoliosis, my hormones, the way they are. Even if the doctor said like 4 or 5 years ago, I have everything working down there to have a baby. It's just, I think, with all the difficult plethora of medical issues that I have, I think that it would be just like physically impossible for me to have a baby. I just have so many issues, but every now and then it just still tugs at me. It just still catches me. I think that it will always do that. No matter what age I'm at, no matter what place I'm at in my life, I think that once every 4 to 6 months, I'm just going to have one of those days. It's, not every woman has this feeling. There are a lot of women that are just set on, I'm not having kids, and that's just the way it is, but that is controlled by the brain. That is not controlled by the body. Like, sometimes my body, like, it wants to feel that, like, I want to feel that baby in there, my body just has this certain feeling, and I know it might sound weird, this certain feeling of just needing so bad to have a baby inside of it. And that void is never going to get filled. It's difficult, to say the least. I know I don't even have a husband yet, but still, the body still, I'm almost hitting 40 in September, in late September, and my body's changing again, and these changes are, like, right now I just feel like a tug towards my womb. I know that's really weird, just like my womb is longing to be used. Actually, I'm getting some cramps right now, which is weird, but it's just, I don't have my period, and just that longing can create things that your body is just not used to. It's just really weird how when I was about 30, I thought I was pregnant, and I really wanted to be pregnant really bad, and so my mind tricked my body into thinking, I mean, my breasts got sore, my feet, my ankles were so swollen and hurt, and they were so swollen, they were like almost numb, and I just felt like I was, and I had all the signs that I was, and I think that it needs to be talked about, and we're not crazy, we just want babies really bad, and our brains can talk our bodies into thinking that we have one if we really want one, So I did that, and I went to a GYN, and, as I said, I know I'm pregnant. I just know I am. She did the exam, and she's like, "You're not pregnant." I'm like, "I know I am." So then I went back, and I made another appointment, and the last time I went back, the doctor came out and looked at me, and then looked at the nurse, and was like whispering to the nurse, and she wouldn't see me, the doctor, because she knew that I wasn't. That was a hard time to go through. So I just had to get up and get out of there, because they wouldn't see me. These days they don't come often. They come once every 3 to 4 months, like I said, and it takes a few days to just cry through it and get over it and try to concentrate on something else. And that is the number one reason why I'm a reborn mom, is because reborn babies fulfill my life. They fulfill me in a way that I can't get otherwise. When your arms long to hold the baby, and you long to just that longing can create such hormonal feelings. It is. Sometimes it's so hard you can't even breathe. And I'm not saying all these things to upset people who understand. I'm saying this to make people that don't understand understand. Um, some women just have just an innate feeling of wanting to be pregnant so bad, of wanting to be a mom so bad, of wanting to hold babies in their arms so bad. And mine isn't all the time. It's kind of like an old wound, how it kind of flares up every now and then. It's very emotional, and it comes in like a wave of just emotions. Like the floodgates kind of open, and you're just stuck there, sitting there, like, like, just what's going on here. So yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult. It takes you kind of mentally. It takes you to this place, where it's not like nothing can distract you, but it takes you to this place mentally where you just long so excuse me, where you long so much for a child, for a baby, for to feel that feeling that there's a tug, there's literally like hormonally a tug at the womb. I need a sec. And how I usually get mine to not go away. I mean, it goes away. It's kind of almost like a virus, or like but it goes away in its own time. It takes a few days. It comes on kind of like a hormonal, emotional period without the cramping, the bed cramping, and the blood. It's just it comes on like just. I don't know how to, unless you've pray that you've not witnessed this for yourself, but unless you have, you really just don't know how it feels. I feel like my womb inside right now is just like shaking. It's just like shaking, and just like like it longs. I need a bun in the oven. I'm sorry, I needed to break the seriousness up. I need something to hold. Your womb was created for a purpose, and just like anything else in life, it wants to fulfill that purpose, and when it can't, there's a void. And yeah. Sorry that I'm so serious, guys. I really needed to talk about it. I know I've talked about it before, kind of scratched the surface a little bit, but I'm not sure if I've talked so in depth about it. And I know a lot of women struggle with fertility and struggle with whatever. Um, I've had quite a few boyfriends in the past and have never never gotten pregnant, never. Um, but I think that maybe that was God saving me from, you know, from being a mom to, you know, my terrible exes, abusive, etc., etc. I already know God has talked to me, and I already know that when my husband, when he comes, it's kind of like the Terminator. Where you talk about the future that hasn't happened yet, but you know, because God's telling you. But you don't see it, so somebody might think that I'm crazy. You have no husband, and you're already talking about kids, and um, it's weird. But when I do meet him, and then he courts me, and then we marry, and all that stuff, um, I already know that we are going to adopt one or a few children. When, God, when? Keep on saying I'm not ready. I'm almost 40. At what point am I going to be ready? Lord Jesus, please, I don't want to be a Sarah and have a child at 90 years old. Even if it's just adoption, even if it's adoption or fostering. It's Sarah and Abraham, in the Bible, had a child at 90. She's had a child at 90 years old. And yeah, God, when? I love the Lord with all my heart and all that I am and all that He is. I love the Lord, but I disagree with Him with a few things, but it's hard to wait. Not only because I like the instant gratification as far as life, but I know His time is not my time. And if it happened in my time, then maybe everything wouldn't line up as much as it would. There's that wall of, oh God, I love you, and I know I want your will for my life, but oh God, I'm almost 40, and it's like, it's when is it going to happen, God? When is it going to happen? And I'm that's why I flare up, and then I wouldn't say that I used to get mad at God a lot more about it, but the Lord has talked to me so much about it because I bugged Him so much about it, and we have this time, and then I get mad, and then I have to just come into realization that it's His time. Oh my God, I don't want to have children at 90, like Sarah and Abraham did, but it's just gotta be His time. I gotta succumb to the fact that it's God's time. I don't want to succumb to that fact. I don't want to come into realization that it's God's time, because I want it now. I wanted it 5 years ago. I wanted it 8 years ago. I wanted it a year ago. I want it now. But for whatever reason, I'm not ready yet. My husband's not ready yet. Whoever the person that is going to give us or adopt to us their children, our child, is not ready yet. So it's hard to wait. It's hard to wait. I think that even though and the Lord explains that I said, why, God, do I have the innate feeling of needing to have children so bad if I'm not going to have my own? I mean, when I tell you I'm a Christian, it's not just for flashiness. It's not just for bling. It's not just a facade. I'm Might not be great at my Bible studies and my prayers, but I talk to God every day. Good morning, God. How are you doing today, God? I sing all throughout the day, and it's not for brownie points. It's not for that. But when I say I talk to God, I talk to God. And God has told me that there are a lot of children out there that need so much love. They need so much love because they're not getting it from their own families. They're not getting it from their own mothers. Some mothers that have babies don't know how to mother. And he needs people out there like the ones that are willing to foster and adopt to love on these children that don't get it from their own families. And I understand that, and that helps me to hold on. That helps me to cope, to know that the love that I have inside me is one day gonna fulfill a child. And God has to use me, and He has to get me to the right place in order for Him to use me to do that. So I let a few days go by, and I cry about it. I yell at God about it. I yell at God all the time. I shouldn't, and I'm not, that's not a great thing. But somehow I just get through it. I sit in it for a while, and I cry about it, and I'm just all torn up about it for a few days, and then I say, okay, God, help me to lay it back down and to put it at Jesus' feet and just lay it on the cross and let it go, and just lay it down. Help me to lay it down again. And then it's kind of like a volcano, and every now and then, like, it's always on the back burner, it's always there, but every now and then it just kind of erupts. It's just the tug at the heart, the tug at the womb, the tug at, for that just erupts. I'm sure quite a lot of ladies out there know how I feel. I'm sorry that you do. I'm sorry that you're going through infertility issues also, and or you just haven't met the right person yet, and or yeah, a lot of other circumstances. We're gonna come through it. We're gonna come through it. For now, we just hold our reborn babies and get that love, that whatever we need from them the best we can, and just keep on praying that God will just bring it around. And just keep on praying that the Lord will release the wisdom, the knowledge, of what we need to do in order to do that, in order to get to that place where we can have children, get to the place where we can either accept the fact that we can't have children. That's a hard place to be. That is a hard place to be. But I trust God. At the end of the day, after all my emotions, I trust God. And if God says just a little bit longer, sometimes, again, God just says, hold on. Hold on. And that's all we can do, is just hold on. And pray that the Lord will reveal to us His will, His ways, and that if we're not on His path, that He would reveal it to us. if I've helped anybody today or not, or if I've kind of sunk myself in the pit a little bit lower. I could at least now look at the camera, but then again, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm not sure about that. I hope I don't depress anybody with this video, and the Lord told me to share it, that I needed to share it. Because there's so many women out there that that can't have children, that by whatever means, it hasn't either happened for you yet, or whatever all the scenarios are. So hold on. This is one of the days that God would tell me just to hold on. And if you feel like crying, cry. You gotta cry it out. You gotta get those emotions out. You just gotta cry it out. Give yourself a few days and then try to charge ahead. And if you don't feel like charging ahead, then you need more time to cry it out. So I'm not sure if I've cried it all out yet or not. It kind of comes in rounds. Not sure if I've cried it all out yet or not this time. But I will in the next couple days. And this has nothing with my Ariella coming. It's just just happens. Just, like an old injury. If you do something, then it kind of flares up and it comes on, and you just gotta gently deal with it and gently be kind to it, and just it's pretty much like a storm. You gotta ride it out. You gotta ride it out, and hopefully that God will give you the grace and the love and the peace and the comfort to do so. So, I love y'all, and I'll talk to you soon. This too shall pass. My grandmother always said that, this too shall pass.